Hello YouTube, this is Ron from down in Kentucky again. I've got another review of a Bible. This is a Bible that I've got from Baptist Bible bookstore rather. It's King James Version, which is about the only ones that I'll use is King James. I use the other newer modern versions for commentaries, but not taken for the Bible. But I had gotten into seeing some of the Dr. Ruckman's videos on YouTube, and I decided that I wanted to get one of his Bibles to see what he actually taught. So I ordered this, and Baptist Bible Bookstores got it to me real quick. Now this is what they call the economy Ruckman. It's not leather. It's not paper. It's not cardboard. It's some kind of plastic covering that looks a little bit like leather, but it's nowhere near leather. It's the economy, and see, it was $29 I think I paid for it, plus shipping. Everybody knows that, I'm a big Finest Jennings Dake fan, and of course that's not changed. They agree a lot on doctrinal matters, and then they disagree on some too. The once saved, always saved, they disagree on that. And Christmas trees of Jeremiah, they disagree on if that was Christmas trees or not. Brother Ruckman says it's Christmas trees, and I pretty much go along with Brother Dake. It's clearly to me idols, such as what they made in the wilderness at the foot of the mount while Moses was up getting the 10 Commandments. But anyway, this is really heavy cardstock. Got the presentation page. It's copyrighted. And this is the 4th edition. Can't use the helps or references in the Bible without publisher's permission. I love the coat of arms. Fight the good fight. Authorized King James Version. The paper is very good. I haven't marked on it yet, but I'm trying to get away from that since I've marked up my Thompson chain and my Dake annotated, one of those, and just nice to look into a clean Bible. Here's your letter to Prince James, King James, and introduction. Introduction to the Old Testament, and the headings. You can see it's very easy to read. He looks at the Bible as a history book and not so much as a spiritual book, as a history book. Brother Dake says take the Bible literally, wherein you can any way possible to do so. That's the way you're supposed to take it. So they fairly agree on that. And in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Okay, God, uniplural pronoun, Elohim. meaning gods, more than one person. You can go to Genesis 1 and 26 and see that. But he goes into the note on Elohim. And I got a kick down here when it goes to verse 2, and the earth was without form and void. Tohu vabohu in the Hebrew became without form and void. So I got down here on his note. He says, often miscalled the gap theory. What takes place in verse 2 is historical and takes place after Genesis 1 and 1. There is no theory to it. He pretty much settled it in his own mind. Of course, I got to say I do too, so. The pages are crisp. It's a pretty good Bible for $30. I may get one of the genuine leather ones once I get on through his notes. Might as well stop here. Here's about the Christmas trees. Jeremiah 10. Now, a lot of us older people can remember when our dads and moms took us down to the farm and went out and we cut a cedar tree, and Dad got back and cut the base off and mounted it on the boards and set it in the house. And of course, it stayed for a couple of weeks, and then it left here. But if you've got that kind of history, you can see the Christmas tree here in this, but I can also see the like Core and all of those people that made the fatted calf. Aaron didn't stand up. But anyway, he says, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the sign of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. So you carry these things. They don't sit in the corner. And you deck them with silver and gold. Not so much colored lights and all that. And then today, most people buy the Christmas tree at Walmart or somewhere or another. But verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must need be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, the Bible says, Jeremiah says, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? But let's see the note. Will it focus? Verse 3-4 obviously refers to a Christmas tree. And then over in the back, after the book of Revelation, that was number 62. So he's got back here Appendix. Very nice. So go to 62. Okay. Appendix 62 is about the Christmas trees. And it's called a Psychosomatic Christmas for Psychos. Christmas on the Funny Farm. And he goes into a bunch of songs. And then he comes over here and then he goes into a history of Christmas. Of course, we know that Jesus wasn't born in December anyway. He was born in September or August, one or the other, depending on how you date that calendar. But he does have notes on why he believes what he believes. And it's very well written and concise. He's plain in a lot of what he says, which, now I do like that. I cannot say I don't like that. I do. The maps, they're not colored, but they are certainly good maps. Route of the Exodus, and right here showing where they crossed the Red Sea or the Reed Sea, whatever you want to call it. Then after the maps, this version has 10 Bible page notes pages. Right back here, you can put all kinds of notes you want. You got 10 of these pages. And then the cover. This is glued. There is no sewing on it. But it lays open very well, and you can hold it. I mean, it just lays in your hand like any other Bible. I like the notes. I'm not sure the King James notes are in here. I think maybe just his own notes are in here, because they're very few and far in between. And then he's got, if he wants to make a point, he's got them by numbers down underneath there. See that 1 and 2? So somewhere or another up here in the text there'll be a 1 and a 2. So I think it's a good Bible. I'm going to go on and get deeper into it. And I may buy me a expensive one with the leather and all that. And I really trust the Baptist bookstore from Florida. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.